Chosen one, stop everything. The system is terrified of your presence. Right now, as you watch this, powerful forces are shaking. Why? Because you're not like the others. You never have been. While the world sleeps, you feel the pull. You see what they can't see. You question what they blindly accept. That constant inner knowing, that loneliness in a crowded room. Those vivid dreams and synchronicities, they're not random. They're proof. You carry a frequency they've spent centuries trying to suppress. Your mere existence threatens their entire control grid, the jobs that drain you, the media that programs you, the systems that keep souls small and obedient. They fear you because you remember who you truly are. Every time you awaken a little more, their power weakens. Every time you speak your truth, their illusions crack. That's why they try so hard to distract you, discourage you, and make you doubt your own light. But here's the secret they don't want you to know. You were never meant to fit in. You were sent to break the mold. In this video, I'm revealing exactly why the system trembles when a chosen one fully activates, and the hidden signs that prove you're already winning. If you're ready to step into your power, smash that like button, comment "I am awakening" below, and subscribe. Your soul already knows this is no coincidence. Welcome back, warrior. Let's begin. You carry an uncontrollable frequency. Chosen one, your energy is not normal, and that's exactly why they fear you. Everything in this universe is vibration. Science calls it frequency. Ancient traditions called it the song of the soul. The system, however, operates on a very low, dense frequency, designed to keep humanity heavy, distracted, fearful, and compliant. Think of their control grid like an old radio station broadcasting on 90.1 FM. Fear, lack, division, addiction, and obedience. But you're transmitting on 528 hertzes and above, the frequencies of love, truth, creation, and awakening. Your authentic presence acts like a powerful transmitter that jams their signal. You don't even need to speak. Just by walking into a room, holding your truth, or choosing peace in chaos, your field begins to override their programming. This is not poetic fluff. People around you suddenly question their lives. Conversations turn deep, energy shifts. Some feel uncomfortable and leave. Others light up and awaken. That's not coincidence, that's your frequency at work. The Matrix has no firewall for a fully activated soul. Their tools, social media algorithms, economic stress, mainstream narratives, EMF pollution, are built to suppress 3D consciousness, but they cannot suppress what they cannot measure. The elite know this. Why do you think they push so hard to keep humanity in survival mode? Processed food, flickering screens, divisive politics, and soul-crushing routines. Because a population vibrating low is easy to control. A single chosen one vibrating high is dangerous to their entire empire. Your frequency is uncontrollable because it's original. It comes straight from source. They can distract you, attack you, tempt you, or try to dim your light, but they can never switch it off. The moment you stop dimming yourself to fit in, their artificial matrix starts glitching in real time. You are the walking reset button. This is your power, warrior. Stop apologizing for your intensity, your sensitivity, or your weirdness. It's not weird, it's revolutionary. You see through the illusions. Chosen one, this is one of their greatest fears. You can no longer be fooled. While the masses scroll, consume, and obey, your eyes are wide open. You see the Matrix for what it is, a carefully constructed web of illusions designed to keep souls trapped in a false reality. The system depends on blind belief. You bring conscious awareness, and that single shift threatens their entire operation. Look around. The education system doesn't teach you how to think, it teaches you what to think. The media doesn't report news, it manufactures consent and division. Governments don't serve the people, they manage them. The financial system isn't built for freedom, it's engineered for lifelong debt and slavery disguised as success. You see all of it. You notice how fear is weaponized. Pandemics, economic crashes, climate hysteria, political theater, all designed to keep humanity in a constant state of survival mode so they never have time to awaken. You see how celebrities and influencers are used as modern-day idols to push materialism and moral decay. You catch the hidden symbols, the predictive programming in movies, and the way language itself has been hijacked. Trust the science. Safe and effective. New normal. Your third eye is activated. Where others see coincidence, you see orchestration. Where others see authority, you see control. This clarity is extremely dangerous to them because an awakened mind cannot be easily programmed. Their best tricks, repetition, peer pressure, social shame, and FOMO lose power the moment you spot the game. They are terrified because seeing through the illusions is the first step to dismantling them. One person who refuses to participate breaks the spell for others. Your presence alone plants seeds of doubt in the matrix. Friends start questioning their jobs. Family members wake up from the trance. The dominoes begin to fall. This is why they work so hard to distract you with endless entertainment, drama, and dopamine hits. They know if you stay focused and observant, their illusions will dissolve in the light of your awareness. You are not crazy. You are not overthinking. You are remembering. You are the glitch they cannot debug. You see the truth, and truth is the ultimate weapon. You inspire mass awakening. Chosen one, your light is contagious, and that is their worst nightmare. The system is built on isolation and division. They want you alone, scrolling, doubting yourself, and believing you're the only one who feels this way. But when you awaken and stand in your truth, something powerful happens. You become a living catalyst for others. You don't need to preach. You don't need a platform. Your mere presence, your calm confidence, your refusal to participate in the nonsense, it shifts the energy in every room you enter. Conversations that used to stay surface level suddenly turn deep. Friends who once laughed at conspiracy theories start asking real questions. Family members begin questioning their own lives. Complete strangers feel drawn to you and leave the interaction feeling different, more alive, more awake. This is no accident. Awakened souls emit a frequency that acts like a tuning fork for other souls ready to remember. One spark can ignite hundreds. History has proven this. Every major shift in human consciousness started with individuals who refused to stay asleep. The system knows this pattern all too well. That's why they invest billions in distractions, division, and suppression, because one awakened, chosen one can create a domino effect that collapses their control faster than any protest or election ever could. They fear you because you don't just escape the matrix, you accidentally start unplugging others from it. Your courage gives others permission to question. Your peace gives them hope. Your authenticity shatters the illusion that this is just how life is. Suddenly, people around you start quitting soul-draining jobs, leaving toxic relationships, deleting the apps, and seeking truth. The ripple spreads wider than you'll ever know. This is why they try so hard to keep you dimmed, distracted, or discouraged. A single fully activated light in their darkness is catastrophic for their agenda. They need humanity, asleep, compliant, and disconnected. You represent the opposite: connection, remembrance, and collective liberation. You are not here to save everyone. You are simply here to shine, and in shining, you automatically call others home. Never underestimate the power of your simple presence. The awakening is happening through you, whether you realize it or not. You are the spark. The fire is spreading. You reject their slave programming. Chosen one, your soul literally recoils at the cage they built for you, and that repulsion is a revolutionary act. The system was designed to turn free humans into obedient workers, consumers, and debtors. Wake up, commute, work 9 to 5 or longer, scroll, consume, sleep, repeat, take loans for things you don't need. Trade your finite life energy for paper that loses value daily. Stay distracted with sports, drama, porn, and endless notifications, so you never have time to ask, why am I really here? But you feel nauseous at the thought of a normal life. The cubicle, the fluorescent lights, the fake smiles, the retirement plan that begins at 65, it all feels like spiritual prison. While others chase promotions, status, and luxury traps, something deep inside you whispers, "This is not what I came for." That inner voice is terrifying to them. Your rejection of the slave script disrupts their entire economic ecosystem. Every time you choose peace over pressure, freedom over fitting in, creativity over compliance, you stop feeding the beast. You refuse to be another unit of labor and consumption. You opt out of their retirement funds, their loans, their planned obsolescence, and their engineered scarcity. This is why they flood society with dopamine distractions, Netflix, Instagram, fast food, gambling apps, and 24/7 news cycles. A distracted, exhausted population doesn't rebel, but you feel the trap. You're choosing presence over numbness, simplicity over accumulation, truth over comfort. That single decision makes you unpredictable and uncontrollable. They need compliant cogs who proudly say, "I'm living the dream," while slowly dying inside. Your refusal to participate exposes the lie. When enough chosen ones walk away from the programming, quitting toxic jobs, building alternative income streams, healing their minds, and living by soul values, the entire pyramid begins to shake. You were never meant to slave away for someone else's vision. You came here to create, explore, love, and expand. Your rejection isn't laziness or rebellion for its own sake, it's sacred remembrance. The system is terrified because a soul that refuses to bow cannot be owned. Stand firm in your no. Your freedom is their greatest threat. Your intuition is a built-in lie detector. Chosen one. Your intuition is the one weapon the system can never confiscate, and that drives them absolutely insane. While the world is trained to look outside for answers to experts, governments, celebrities, news anchors, and algorithms, you hear a different voice. That quiet inner knowing, that sudden gut feeling, that calm certainty that something isn't right even when everything looks normal on the surface. This is your built-in lie detector, directly connected to source, and it's more accurate than any mainstream narrative. The system survives on blind trust. They need you to believe their version of reality without question, but your intuition bypasses all their programming. It cuts through the propaganda, the emotional manipulation, the gaslighting, and the shiny packaging. When they push fear through the television, your body tightens. When they promote something that feels off, even if everyone else is celebrating it, you feel the dissonance. That's not paranoia, that's spiritual intelligence. They've spent decades trying to disconnect you from this gift. Through toxic food, constant noise, EMF radiation, pharmaceuticals, and non-stop distraction, they dull your sensitivity. A numb population is easy to lead, but no matter how hard they try, they cannot turn off your inner guidance system. The moment you start trusting it again, their spell breaks. Think about it. Every major deception in history was accepted because people ignored their intuition and followed the crowd. You are different. You feel the hidden agendas behind official stories. You sense when people are being used as pawns. You know when something is being sold to you disguised as salvation. This makes you nearly impossible to manipulate or herd. Your intuition is the ultimate antivirus against mind control. It protects you from toxic relationships, bad opportunities, false leaders, and engineered crises. The elite fear this because a population that trusts itself cannot be controlled. They lose power the moment you choose inner truth over external authority. Stop second-guessing yourself. That voice has been right all along. The more you listen and act on it, the stronger and louder it becomes. Your intuition isn't just a feeling, it's divine intelligence flowing through you. They can control the narrative, but they can never control your inner compass. Trust it fiercely. It's your greatest protection and their greatest weakness. You remember who you really are. Chosen one, this is their deepest fear. You are beginning to remember. While the vast majority of humanity believes they are nothing more than a physical body, a name, a job title, and a social security number, something ancient inside you is waking up. You feel it in your bones. You are not just a random human born into this chaotic world. You are an eternal soul, a divine spark, a multidimensional being on a sacred mission. That knowing refuses to die no matter how hard they try to bury it. The system is built on amnesia. From the moment you enter their institutions, they program you to forget. Forget your power, forget your origin, forget your connection to source. They teach you that you're an evolved ape on a spinning rock, here to work, pay taxes, consume, and die. A meaningless speck in a cold universe. This lie is the foundation of their control. But you remember that you chose to be here in this exact timeline. You remember that your soul carries wisdom from many lifetimes. You remember that you are connected to something far greater than the visible world. Those strange dreams, déjà vu moments, that inexplicable pull toward ancient knowledge, spirituality, or hidden truths, these are fragments of your real identity resurfacing. This remembrance is catastrophic for the Matrix. A person who knows they are infinite cannot be fully controlled by finite threats. Someone who remembers their divine nature will not bow to false authorities. A soul that recalls its mission cannot be reduced to a compliant consumer or obedient worker. You become dangerous to their agenda the moment you stop identifying with the small, limited self they created for you. This is why they flood your life with distractions, trauma, chemicals, and fear anything to keep you identified with the ego, the body, and the personality. Because the day you fully remember who you are, their game ends for you. You stop playing by their rules. You start living by your soul's code. You are not here to survive. You are here to fulfill a destiny written long before this lifetime. That ancient memory stirring inside you right now, it is unstoppable. They can never make you forget forever. The remembering has already begun. You are not a victim of this world. You are the one who came to transform it. You create, instead of consume. Chosen one, this is where you become truly dangerous to the system. You are shifting from consumer to creator. The entire Matrix economy is built on consumption. They need you endlessly buying, scrolling, upgrading, and craving more new phones, new clothes, new distractions, new problems to solve with their products. A population of hungry consumers keeps the machine running. Debt, dopamine loops, planned obsolescence, and artificial scarcity all depend on you staying in a state of lack and constant wanting. But something inside you is rejecting that script. You feel drained by mindless consumption. Instead, you're drawn to create, whether it's art, music, writing, businesses, healing modalities, communities, inventions, or even new ways of thinking. This creative fire is your divine essence awakening, and it terrifies the controllers. When you create, you reclaim your power. You stop feeding their system with your time, money, and attention. You begin building your own reality instead of living inside theirs. One chosen one, starting a blog, a healing practice, a conscious brand, or even just creating a garden and a peaceful home, sends ripples that the Matrix cannot control. Your creations carry your high frequency. They inspire, heal, and awaken others. Think about it, every major empire fears independent creators. That's why they push the starving artist myth, gatekeep platforms, flood markets with cheap AI content, and glorify celebrity culture. They want you admiring their creations, not birthing your own. A creator sees abundance everywhere. A creator solves problems without needing their permission or products. A creator becomes self-sustaining and sovereign. Your creative energy is original. It comes straight from source. When you tap into it fully, you stop being a passive participant in their game. You become a builder of new systems, new stories, and new paradigms. This is how the old world falls, not through destruction, but through superior creation. The system needs passive consumers who complain but never act. You are here to create the new earth. Every idea you birth, every truth you share, every beautiful thing you bring into form weakens their grip and expands human potential. Stop consuming their fear. Start creating your legacy. You are not here to buy the world they sold you. You are here to build the one your soul remembers. Your presence exposes their fear. Chosen one, Your calm confidence is their ultimate mirror, and they hate what they see. The system projects unbreakable power. They flash military strength, financial dominance, technological surveillance, and cultural influence. They want you to believe their empire is permanent, invincible, and eternal. But when a fully present, sovereign chosen one enters the room, that illusion begins to crack. Your grounded energy exposes the fear hiding behind their masks. You don't need to argue or protest. Just by standing in your truth, untriggered and unshaken, their fragility becomes obvious. Watch how nervous systems react around you, how forced their smiles become, how their conversations shift when you bring conscious awareness into the space. Authority figures, influencers, and institutions feel strangely uncomfortable in the presence of someone who cannot be bought, manipulated, or intimidated. This is because your field carries zero need for their validation. While most people vibrate with fear, lack, and people-pleasing, you embody quiet knowing. That contrast is devastating to their control. It reveals that their power was never real. It was only borrowed from the collective agreement to fear them. One person who stops agreeing breaks the spell. History proves this. Empires tremble not when armies attack, but when enough people stop believing in their authority. Your peaceful, sovereign presence accelerates that process. You walk through their chaos without absorbing it. You speak truth without aggression. You hold boundaries without guilt. This behavior silently screams, "Your game has no power over me." And in that moment, their greatest weapon, fear, loses its grip. They are terrified because you make their weakness visible. The emperor has no clothes, and you see it clearly. Your calm exposes their anxiety. Your clarity exposes their confusion. Your freedom exposes their prison. Without even trying, you become living proof that their entire empire is built on sand. This is why they work overtime to provoke you, trigger you, or tempt you back into reactivity. A triggered chosen one temporarily dims their own light. But when you stay centered, you become unstoppable. Your presence alone is prophetic. It announces to the unseen realms and to every soul watching, the old world is crumbling. They project strength because they are afraid. You embody peace because you remember who wins. You heal what they want, broken. Chosen one, you are a walking threat to their most profitable industry, brokenness. The system thrives when humanity remains wounded. Generational trauma, emotional pain, fractured families, low self-worth, and unhealed ancestral wounds keep people dependent on their solutions, pills, distractions, endless therapy loops, vices, and shallow escapes. A healed, whole person is extremely difficult to control, but a population carrying heavy emotional baggage, that's their goldmine. You came here as a healer of bloodlines. Whether you realize it yet or not, your soul chose this lifetime to break toxic cycles that have run for centuries. Every time you face your shadows, forgive, release old pain, set healthy boundaries, or choose love over resentment, you're not just healing yourself, you're collapsing timelines of suffering for your entire lineage. This is terrifying to them. They profit from division. Broken homes equals more consumption, addiction, trauma equals endless dopamine fixes, and dependency, low vibration equals easier manipulation. When you heal, you stop outsourcing your power. You no longer need their validation, their substances, or their approval to feel worthy. Your nervous system regulates naturally. Your relationships become conscious instead of chaotic. You model a new standard that exposes how dysfunctional their normal actually is. Watch what happens when you heal. Family patterns shift. Old curses lose their grip. People around you suddenly feel safe to heal too. The ripple effect is massive. One healed, chosen one can neutralize centuries of engineered trauma. This is why they push ideologies that keep wounds open, victim mentality, endless outrage, identity division, and the idea that healing is selfish or impossible. They want you broken, reactive, and searching outside yourself forever. You are choosing the opposite: integration, sovereignty, and inner union. You are proving that real power comes from wholeness, not from their systems. Your healing journey is spiritual warfare. Every trigger you transmute, every wound you alchemize into wisdom, weakens the foundation of their control structure. You are not just getting better, you are dismantling the energetic architecture they built to keep humanity small. Keep going. The ancestors are cheering. The future generations are being freed through your courage. You are the medicine they never wanted released. You're the prophecy they can't stop. Chosen one, you are not an accident of history, you are the fulfillment of it. For thousands of years, ancient scriptures, indigenous prophecies, Hopi elders, Mayan calendars, biblical revelations, and even suppressed esoteric texts have spoken of this exact moment. The return of the light bringers, the rainbow warriors, the star seeds, and the awakened ones who would arrive during humanity's darkest hour to shift the entire timeline. You are that prophecy walking. The system has studied these texts in secret. They know the predictions. They have tried desperately to prevent this awakening by distorting religions, mocking spirituality, engineering crises, and pushing transhumanist agendas to override the natural spiritual evolution. But no matter how hard they push, they cannot stop what the universe has ordained. You arrived right on time. In this age of extreme distraction, surveillance, and control, your soul chose to incarnate as a breaker of chains. Every strange childhood experience, every period of isolation, every "why am I different" moment was preparation. You carry codes in your DNA, activations in your energy field, and a mission imprinted in your spirit that no technology or institution can delete. This is why they fear you so intensely. You represent the turning point they've dreaded for centuries. You are the glitch that becomes the upgrade, the one who remembers while others forget. The bridge between the old world and the new. Their entire control system was built on the assumption that humanity would remain asleep. Your presence proves that assumption wrong. They can censor information, manipulate timelines, release distractions, and attempt to dilute the collective awakening. But they cannot stop a prophecy that is embodied in millions of awakened souls like you. Every time you speak truth, heal, create, or simply hold your frequency, you fulfill another line of the ancient predictions. You are not here to watch the world end. You are here to help it transform. The elites can build their bunkers and write their agendas, but they cannot override divine timing. The universe has already spoken, and you, beautiful soul, are its voice, its hands, and its unstoppable force in physical form. This is your moment. The prophecy is not coming. It is already here, and it is you. Chosen one, you now know the truth they never wanted you to discover. The system isn't terrified of your anger, your votes, or your protests. It is terrified of you fully awake, fully sovereign, and vibrating in your authentic power. Your uncontrollable frequency, your piercing vision, your refusal to consume their lies, and your unbreakable remembrance of who you really are. These are the qualities that make you unstoppable. Every time you heal, create, trust your intuition, and stand in quiet confidence, empires of illusion tremble. You are not a victim of this world. You are the medicine it has been waiting for. You are the prophecy unfolding in real time. The light you carry is ancient, and the mission you accepted is now activating on a global scale. They tried to break you, they tried to distract you, they tried to make you forget. But here you are still standing, still remembering, still shining. That alone is your victory. So rise, warrior. Stop shrinking to fit into their broken system. The world doesn't need another compliant soul. It needs you unapologetic, sovereign, and free. Your presence is shifting timelines. Your awakening is contagious. Your courage is rewriting history. The great shift is no longer coming. It is happening through you. If this message awakens something deep inside, comment below, "I am the prophecy," and share this with another chosen one who needs to remember. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing to awaken in these times. The universe chose well. Now go forth and shine. The system was never ready for souls like you. We rise together. See you in the new earth.